gosh, you people so phony. Pull out my waist and made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, with them.
We got James Harden and that beard of his. Look, this guy's relentless. We know he's gonna attack the basket all night long. So I'm gonna make it my personal mission to keep that from happening. As long as we keep jumping those passing lanes, we can give them a run for their money. I know I'll be ready.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. White in at point guard. Hayward out there with Gobert. Then it's Shelvin Mack. And it's Hood in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies made some major contributions. He ended with 14 points, and he was a mainstay at the free throw line, getting a fair amount of his points off of fouls. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
The Jazz have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. Good game for White. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's Terry following the basket by Freak. The tray. The offensive rebound, Smith. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And remember last year, the Rockets signing Josh Smith after he was waived last season, picked him up with their biannual exception, a nice low-risk move for adding athleticism, defense, and just pure talent to their front court.
You're right about Josh Smith, not the most efficient scorer throughout his career, but Clark, the Rockets are all about efficiency.
They really are. They're very numbers-centric in that organization. Not a natural fit, but maybe they can influence him to become more selective with his shots, and that's the key, Kevin. They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
Now, here is Smith following the miss by Freak, and that one's good. 41 seconds left to play in the third. The dish to Gobert. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Beasley dishes to Gaudelot. Smith with a wide-open look, and he can't bank that one in. Can't hit. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. And the final period of play just about to start. Smith comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Andrew Gaudelot in for Patrick Beverly. So on the floor for Houston. Smith at the power forward with Howard at the center. Andrew Gaudelot is out there with Harden. And it's Beasley in at the 3 slot.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And White kicks to Hood. Favors with a screen on Harden. Hood the pass to White. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Gaudelot. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Good on the shot. And that's now 7 points for Smith.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
Here's Favors. That one bounces around and comes back out.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Hood. There's the feed to White. From deep. Can't hit. And Houston the other way now.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Rockets.
Mark the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. So we see Houston taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's...
Dwight coming.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. He delivered quite a star performance. Not uncommon, as we've seen him have this sort of terrific night many times.
Well, this win was really, really needed, and he went out and he got it for him. They lost 2 in a row coming in, and dropping a third straight would have been very, very rough. But he took it upon himself, took it right to the ship, as he always does. Great performance and a great time to deliver.
That was the James Harden we've come to know and love. A player that brings nothing but fear to players that have to guard him. I've said this for a while now. He's the best one-on-one player in the NBA. And even if it's not a one-on-one situation, even if you throw the kitchen sink at him, he still gets the job done. It's the confidence, the drive, and the spirit that makes James Harden a superstar.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew. Have a wonderful evening.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done. I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm gonna have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby.
Nah, yo, look towards the light. Yo, what the? Yo, what is that? It's a supernova. Nah, man, that's a black hole. Yo, it's.
I leap over lies in a single pound. The Black Prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self. It gave me super scientific powers. Now I run through the ghetto, battling my arch nemesis, Mr. Ignorance. He's been trying to take me out since the days of my youth. He feared this day will come. I'm hot on his trail, but sometimes he slips away because he has an army. They always give me trouble, mainly hatred, jealousy, and envy. They attack me, they think they got me. But I use my super science and I twist all three. I see sparks over that building. At me, I dip, do a backflip, then I'm in the heart with bookmarks. Ignorance hates when I drop it, but no matter what he do, he can't stop the prophet.
Joe Robert, come here real quick. Yo, I just saw Ignorance downtown. Let me put you on. Word, he down there bugging. He got them ill and out.
Let's continue the saga, mad drama. I met this chick, she said she knew where Ignorance was at. I said where? She said downtown. He had... I think the line is a setup, I can smell it, but Ignorance is running rampant. Aight, baby, show me the exact spot. Meet me at Point and Skimmerhorn at 3 on the dot. So I hops up on the A train, I'm being followed. My 7th senses danger. I turn around, this anger, and he brought a marble along. It's the same old song. Despair and animosity got broke with the swiftness. I don't know what they think this is. I feel a sharp pain in my neck, now I can't see on my hair. They hit me with a dart filled with the pork chop serum. I tried to hold on, but before long I dropped. When I awoke, I was locked in the barber shop, trapped in the barber's chair. Oh no, they're gonna try and cut my hair, but that can't stop the prophet.
Yo, prophet, Ignorance is tired of you following him around. We about to put an internet right now. Animosity, sphere, what's up? Get him, yeah.
you're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do. You know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured
I'm coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
And it's the Jazz coming in from out of town on this one, an interconference game today. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Take a look at New York. Things have really gone south on them. Over the course of the last 7 games, they've gone 1-6.
And seeing where the Knicks are, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats.
New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis, and it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo. Utah also making some changes. Booker, he's checked in for Gobert. Rodney Hood comes in for Burks, and it's White in for Mack. So on the floor for Utah, White, he's in at the point. Trevor Booker is out there with Hayward. Then there's Favors, and it's Hood in at the shooting guard position.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Jazz have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark, last year a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Utah has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And White kicks to Favors. And it's blocked by O'Quinn.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. Just hasn't been able to get it going.
And they take the lead. 8 points for Roten. 1:27 left in the first.
And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentage. His shooting percentages were way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to talk with Kurt Rambis for a moment. They've had success against this team, winning their 1 matchup of the season, but he's not getting complacent, and his first order of business has been readying them to score against such a tough shot-blocking presence inside. He said in a game like this, you can't turn down good perimeter looks. We've got to be aggressive getting to our looks and try to track down our misses. Guys, let's see how it works.
All right, Doris, thank you. Taking on a defense like the one they're facing today has certainly got their attention.
You know, you have to watch film on them for a few minutes to see how sturdy they are defensively.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no surprise they spent the bulk of their preparations getting their offensive game plan in place and ready to roll. You know, on the topic of whether Hayward is a true max prospect, he did some things last year to at least argue that he is. He was stronger, a lot more aggressive going to the rim. His defense improved, too. He'll need another year of development like that to silence the doubters.
New York shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And the first one drops. The Knicks with the lead. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Aflalo. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Outside Anthony. He kicks it to Roten. Puts up a three. Utah with the rebound. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
Pass to Lopez. He feeds it to Afflalo. They get a hand on it. 6 to shoot. Shoots off the step back. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Utah trailing here. White dishes to Favors. Now here's Burks, covered by Anthony. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Porzingis passes to Afflalo. The feed to Roten from past the arc. And it's White with the rebound. Jazz have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Shooting for New York.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level, but with greater efficiency. Too often, his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Come on and give it up.
Oh, we've got a moment here. Let's look at the last month and the Knicks and how they ranked in the NBA. 4th in free throw percentage, 7th in scoring. And they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And talking about how consistent they've been at the foul line. So often it's an afterthought, but the good teams find a way to make teams pay for sending them to the free throw line. That's been a key all season.
And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. Well, you look at Porzingis, fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
Well, he has clearly established himself as the premier rim protector in this year's rookie class.
And it's so valuable to have a guy back there who can erase mistakes. Really important. On the ball, off the ball, doesn't matter. You put up a shot in his house, and he'll swat it out the door.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And Afflalo kicks to Roten. No good. Great D that time from Favors. That's good. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of it.
Yo, Carmelo.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see. The Jazz with some changes. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Favors. And it's White in for Mack. So on the floor for Utah. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Trevor Booker. And it's White in at the point guard position. And that one's good.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And pushing it up, here's New York. Here's Lopez. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets was a big factor. He had 12 points, and part of that scoring came from beyond the arc, adding a few threes to his already impressive season total. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint him.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Hayward kicks to Burks. There's a good screen, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
And a moment to check out Carmelo Anthony here. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. Right around 21 points per, 6 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Impossible to guard right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Jazz trail by 8, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the court for the Knicks, they've got Anthony. Calderon is out there with a flower. Then there's Robin Lopez, and it's Porzingis in at the power forward.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Lopez sends a screen for a follow. Calderon, that's good.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
White dishes to Favors. Back to White. Here's Hood. Outside White. And the shot is long.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
The 3 from Aflalo. It's rebounded by Derek Favors.
Move it.
Favors got his 4th rebound in this one. And White kicks to Hood. Nice ball movement by Utah. Passes to White from 15 feet away. The shot no good. And New York will come the other way. They host the Clippers after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Here's Aflalo. Rebound, Utah.
Move it.
Hayward's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Burks the pass to White. Hayward on the wing. He dishes it to Favors. He used that pick to perfection.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Porzingis. They set the screen. Back to Anthony. Now the pass to Calderon. And the Knicks miss again. Jazz trail by 5. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Favors dishes to White. Lets it fly from 18. Misses off the left iron.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
You're starting to feel it from deep.
A different look for Utah.
Tighten up our pressure. We're going to give up the drive.
1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Thomas kicks to Anthony. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
A different look for New York. Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Porzingis comes in for Williams. And it's a Flalo in for Lance Thomas. Hood, the pass to Favors. Here's White. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
Roten. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And stolen by Hood.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. Two-possession game now.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Favors. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
That's his 5th personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Carmelo Anthony. 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Hayward against Anthony. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by New York. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Six seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's White. They get it back. So it's New York picking up the win. Some good competition.
Jose, congrats.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game.
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively, and he delivered. When they needed a big bucket, he was the guy they turned to.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny.
As I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff. You evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your images cost you in the hood, fam. Yo, the streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right.
Nah. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature. All right? Take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Oh,
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
he wants you to rob a bodega. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Look, man, I'm not talking about some focus group, all right? I'm talking about the hood. They don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight, man. Your ankles be choking. Air it out some. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. Okay, you want to recalibrate? Fine, B, go ahead. Recalibrate back to Harlem. Remind these fools where you from. Represent, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Jesus piece you used to rock? Nah, that Shuttlesworth.
With them fake chains we used to wear.
Yo, but that's my point. Yo, let me get you some nice jewels, huh? Make you flossy. Get you a new whip, something that the hood will love. Let's remind these fools that you the Harlem Renaissance up in this piece. Get a club, I don't know, something. Just throw your weight around, man.
I mean, at least get me some, too.
Yeah, and get some nice free vet, too.
Nah, but for real, in all seriousness. You think it's that bad?
Yo. Cats be laughing at your corny commercials, B.
Come on.
But that's what I'm saying. Yo, we could change all that. Hey, now I know CC's your manager and all, but everywhere she leads, you can't always follow. Now, I'm not trying to catch no charge, but CC got people out here laughing at you, fam. Now, just let me take care of everything. You the CEO, I'm the CFO, Chief Flossing Officer. You hit me with that bread, and I got you.
CC.
How y'all doing?
What up, CC?
Freak, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what up?
In private?
CC, go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought we were supposed to be having a private meeting today to discuss business.
CC, what you think we doing?
Am I talking to you? You know what? Y'all ain't talking business. Y'all talking nonsense.
We were actually discussing the questionable nature of the promotional strategy that you and Dom have employed on Freak's behalf. Now, it doesn't necessarily resonate with his core fan base, primarily due to the fact that it negates the legitimacy of his personal background and history in favor of reaching a larger, primarily more disinterested demographic that would prefer to judge Freak's past as opposed to appreciate it.
Yo, what Yvette said, 4 times 25, 100.
Oh, so now you know your times tables. Yvette, occasionally proving that you're articulate doesn't mean you have business acumen. Beyond, of course, your clear mastery of basic arithmetic, we all know you can add up how much Freak makes.
Okay, Cece, that's enough.
No, you know what, Cece? You're absolutely
Anywho,
right.
Freak,
And speaking of basic arithmetic, how much of Freak's money do you take?
Okay, what did I just say about
That's
Team
what?
Freak?
A manager?
What did I
Is that
just
what you
say
know
about
No,
Team
the
Freak?
only members of Team
Good.
Freak in here are me and you.
Oh, you know what, Cece? This isn't the womb, okay? It's not just you and Freak.
Speaking of, how's that going for you?
Hey, come on.
Oh, snap.
You gonna let her
Hey.
talk to me
Yo,
like that, really?
this
You
is
need to check
way
her
too
now.
cold in. I ain't
Yo,
even
check
talking
her
about
now.
gorilla. Yo,
Yeah.
I'm out.
You know what? I think
I'm
I'll
out.
join you.
No, darlings, please. Please, have a seat. I would just love to hear what you all were just discussing. Better yet, let me guess. Hey, yo, I'm saying, dude, what you need to do is hit up these parties. Yeah, you need to show these fools how you still have mad love for the hood. Get you some flossy jewels. Make sure every time they see you whistling the new whip. Better yet, let's get us a dealership or a club or something. Never mind that house you promised your twin sister you promised you get for your parents who are still in the projects where you left them.
Yo, that's not fair. I ain't leaving my ass.
Hey,
and you
and
know I'll
don't
never
worry
leave our
about
parents in
a
projects.
thing, fam. I'll take care of everything. All you gotta do is break me off with that bread. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow. You know what, Cece? I don't know what's going on with you tonight, but I think it's best you go home. We will continue our meeting here.
You asking me to leave?
Yes.
Hey, yo, Freak. It's all good, man. As a matter of fact, CC, I know you don't like me. You never have. I don't know what I ever did to you. But at this point, does it really matter anymore? Look, I just want you to know that I'm really sorry. But whatever it was, I can honestly say it was not intentional. All right? Hey, freak. Think about what I said earlier, man. I ain't trying to catch no charge. Vet, you ready?
Let's bounce.
See. Okay, you know I love you more than life itself.
And how come you always put them before me? I don't put anyone above you, not even myself.
You sure about that, Cece? What would you just call all this? I mean, you come in here blowing up my spot and you insult my brother?
He's not our brother.
You disrespect my woman.
Just trying to protect you.
From who? From the likes of you? But you don't think I realize that I have vultures and blood-sucking leeches in my life? Don't think I realize that you're one of them?
Bloodsucker?
Yeah, but you know what? That's what I think the problem is. It's because you realize you're no better than them and you're ashamed. But in fact, you're worse because we share the same blood. And just because they don't have the same blood running through their veins as us, doesn't mean that they don't love me. Yeah, their love might be flawed, but it's true. What you need to understand is I don't need you to protect me anymore. I don't mind the people closest to me leeching off me. Yes, you do leech off me, and I leech off you too. You love business and you love me. I use that. Vic? Vic? You know he don't mind running these streets. He's my connection to things I don't want to deal with anymore, so I let him do him. I take care of him, and in return, he looks out for me in places you know you can't. And as much as you don't want to hear this, Yvette, she is the eye of the storm in my life right now. She is my only calm. She's my peace, my shelter. I use these people and they use me. I just don't call it that, Cece.
Some people say you just hang around, that you're a leech.
On some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you so, but still so down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keeps scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been with the sauce. Chef Curry with the pot, boy.
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
At point, at 6'3", number 8, Sheldon Mack. The other guard, standing 6'8", number 5, Rodney Hood.
We're in Salt Lake City, Utah, where the Jazz are looking to take one from an Eastern Conference opponent here at the Energy Solutions Arena. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. White comes in for Rodney Hood. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Free throw line jump shot, and he connects with the jumper. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Withy dishes to White. Cavaliers with the rebound. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
Now Cleveland moving it up. Nobody near Irving. Off target from outside. So for the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
Alec Burks checked in for Mack. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Shumpert in there for Irving. And White kicks to Withy. Burks the pass to White. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Clock at 2. It's LeBron with the drive. And another miss by Cleveland.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Favors sets the pick for Freak. And stolen by LeBron. The pull-up. Good. LeBron's got his second bucket tonight.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it.
Really left alone that time. 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. LeBron outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Shumpert. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. He's making some changes here. And the first half.
Kevin with LeBron.
the second half about to start up and begin any moment. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is.
White, he's checked in for the Jazz. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Fry's checked in. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. White is out there with Shelvin Mack, and it's Gobert in at the center. That's the group right now for Utah. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin, but you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Blake. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings made some nice plays. He ended with 10 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
And Utah making a change here. Burks is checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Mozgov's checked in.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Well, for J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
LeBron outside.
That's a walk.
It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Burke kicks to White. It's hauled in by Fry. Cleveland leading by 16. Puts up a three. They get it back.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. That'll put Trey Burke on the line. J.R. Smith picks one up. The Jazz making a switch here. Burks has checked in. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
James dishes to Mozgov. Great D that time from Favors.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And now the fast break. Irving with the ball and the dunk by James.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers. And for Favors and his youth, he has made big strides. And in a few years' time, could be one of the more dominant bigs in our league.
Pass to Irving. To the wing on the left. Dellavedova from outside. Utah with the rebound. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Yeah, I thought it was the carelessness, though, Greg. A lot of their starters had to have their minutes cut back as a result. I mean, they've got to play with much more discipline tonight.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
And here's Burks. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And guys, with Favors, his development, you know, you forget sometimes it takes big men a little longer to figure it out. I mean, he's certainly been putting it together here the last few seasons.
Here's Mozgov. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And it's 6 points for Timofey Mozgov.
All right, fans, I want everyone here in the arena to get on up out of your seats and make some noise for your jazz dancers.
For the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. So both teams changing it up here. And the Jazz with possession here, trailing by 19. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Kevin Love out there with LeBron James. And it's Shumpert in at the small forward. Hood can't get it to go. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Smith outside. On the wing, Irving. Back to Smith. And he's good on the 3-ball. Smith's got 7 now in this quarter.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
White against Irving. Puts it up from 15. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. And that's now 7 points for Freak. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Passes it to Smith. Dishes to Love. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Hood. James covering. Hood, the pass to White. Trying his luck deep. LeBron grabs the miss. James has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside, here's Smith. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 9 assists now tonight.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet. And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
Derek Favors checked in for Burks. James Jones, he's checked in for Cleveland. You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point.
Irving with it, out-defended by Freak. Tries from 16. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
And the Jazz with some changes. Jeff Withey, he's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Burke in for Rodney Hood. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. Shumpert comes in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Right side Favors.
It's sticking too much.
Favors sets the pick for Burke. Out to the right wing. Here's White. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Back to Smith. Shumpert gets a wide open look. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And that's now 11 points for Amon Shumpert.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Irving. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's Dellavedova. White covering to the paint. Here's Mozgov. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
That's tipped. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
The assists were coming fast and furious for him, man. Always sharp, crisp passes that led to easy baskets. You gotta love to see him play like that.
Kyrie, whew, I mean, you know, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such a...
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Yo, freak, what's up, baby? What's up? We see you.
Yo. What up?
Basquiat, let's go. Got that art for y'all, that real spit.
Freak, I didn't expect you to be here.
Coach let practice out early.
You okay? What's going on?
Same old.
Wow, your shoulders are really tight. Are they stressing you out again?
Yeah.
Well, you know you always got me, right? I'm always gonna be here. Baby, I'm your ride or die. And as quiet as it's kept, you and I are the real team Freak.
Of course. Word of my mom's. I never had this feeling with any other woman in my life. And she gave me a different feeling, which was something I fell in love with. I never asked her to be my girlfriend. It just became that. You could tell when we started falling, like, I get a text message and she's, who's that? And it's just like, oh, so we worried now. Oh, so no more of that? All right, you know what I mean? So that's how I came to agreement.
What's different about Yvette?
Well, when you could teach me something or give me knowledge,